Just when I was asking myself yesterday, where in the world are Premier Boxing champions? Where have they gone? When is the next card? Well, ladies and gentlemen, it turns out that PBC's next card will take place on October 18 in Las Vegas, and the card will be headlined with two unbelievable fighters and two ferocious punchers. 154 championship fight, the towering Inferno, one of the scariest men in boxing, Sebastian Fundora, will fight one time the former unified 147-pound champion of the world, the veteran, the pride of Florida, Keith one-time Thurman. What an unbelievable stylistic matchup. My goodness, and the fight has actually been verbally agreed. So you can expect this unbelievable showdown to be announced any second now. Let's talk about it, ladies and gentlemen. First off, when we heard rumors that Virgil was going to fight Keith, I wasn't really too excited about the fight. I was like, this is a lose-lose situation for Virgil, and this is a win-win for Keith. But in this fight, Sebastian versus Keith, let's talk about it, ladies and gentlemen. Sebastian Fundora, the towering Inferno. Just imagine this. Imagine this, ladies and gentlemen. Imagine fighting someone who's 27 years old, who is a deadly puncher in both hands, who is 6'7", and who has an iron chin and a heart of a lion. And to make matters worse, who's a southpaw. When you're fighting Sebastian Fundora, not only are you fighting probably the best 154-pounder on the planet, but you're dancing with danger. You're fighting with someone who can take your best punch, but most of his opponents, they haven't been able to take his best punch. And just when you think that the man is only, when you think of someone who's very tall, who's slender with long arms, you might think that, this man's only path to victory is to keep you on the outside and pepper you with the jab and piece you up. But no, ladies and gentlemen, pick your poison with the towering Inferno Sebastian Fundora. He can either keep you on the outside and piece you up and damage you and knock you out eventually from the outside, or he's even more dangerous on the inside. If you get inside with this 6'7" Inferno, towering Inferno, he is gonna absolutely annihilate you and change your facial structure, just like he did with Lubin. With his deadly uppercuts, the man throws some of the best uppercuts in boxing in our beautiful era. And not only does he throw the backhand uppercut, the left uppercut, but he also throws the right uppercut, and he actually dropped Erickson Lubin with the right and lead uppercut. How many times do you see people dropping their opponents at the elite level with their lead hand uppercut? Sebastian Fundora is an absolute monster. And just if you have any doubts when it comes to becoming a fan of this man, the man just got accepted into Harvard. It is impossible to dislike this man. Sebastian Fundora is without a doubt, probably, he's becoming my favorite boxer in the world. Everything you love to see in a boxer, you will see it in this incredible man. And not only is he an unbelievable fighter and an exciting fighter, but most importantly, the man is an exceptional human being. The man is so humble, the man is so gracious, the man is so smart, he's so intelligent, and he's so cerebral inside the ring. Sebastian Fundora, and he's a world champion, ladies and gentlemen. Sebastian Fundora is the complete package. He is, without a doubt, in my opinion, the most dangerous and the most violent 154-pounder on the planet. No one, and I mean no one, is calling this man out. And I can't blame them, to be honest. Now, he's going to be fighting against the former 147-pound champion of the world, Keith Thurman. We all love Keith Thurman. Every single boxing fan, we all love and respect everything that Keith Thurman has done for the sport. Injuries has been the main talking point when you talk about the career of Keith Thurman. The man is unbelievable. He got great footwork, subtle footwork. The man has very underrated knockout power, and he showed that in his last fight. The man has a beautiful jab, beautiful footwork, unbelievable chin. The man is so tough, the man is so rugged, and the man walks with perseverance. I mean, the word perseverance might as well be tattooed on the man's forehead. The man, we keep on doubting him, we keep on writing him off, and he keeps coming back after years of layoff. And yes, Manny Pacquiao did beat him. I scored the fight for Manny. But probably Keith Thurman is the most, you can make the case that he is the most undefeated fighter who is not undefeated. I mean, the man has only suffered one loss versus Manny Pacquiao. And if you go back and watch Manny Pacquiao that night, that was one of the best Manny Pacquiao performances ever. Ever. The man was possessed that night. The man was simply undeniable that night and unstoppable. And unfortunately for Keith Thurman, he fought that Manny that night. He didn't fight the old version of Manny that we actually expected. But you can make a case that Keith won that fight. I scored the fight for Manny Pacquiao. But if someone would come up to me and tell me I had Keith Thurman winning the fight, I would be like, you know what, I get it. It was an unbelievable fight. It was one of the best fights in this generation. I mean, every single round, every single exchange was must-see TV. Just imagine this, ladies and gentlemen. The silhouette of Sebastian Fundora and the silhouette of Keith Thurman colliding in the squared circle. How will this fight look like? Fundora will be hunting him with the long, devastating, rangy jab, and Keith Thurman will be looking to use his lateral movement and pick his spots to when he's going to explode on Sebastian Fundora. It's an unbelievable fight, ladies and gentlemen, and we're going to get it. Less than 8 weeks from today. Cannot wait for the fight. It's going to be main event, championship fight, Las Vegas, Nevada. And to whoever lives in the States, especially whoever lives near Las Vegas, you got to go watch this fight live, because I promise you, ladies and gentlemen, I promise you, this is going to be one of the most unbelievable fights that we're probably going to see in this era when it comes to the 154-pound division. Now, who do I think is going to win this fight? Look, I always seem to keep doubting Keith Thurman, and I'm going to doubt the man again. Now, it's up to him to prove the world wrong, but I got Fundora. I got Fundora versus anyone. I got Fundora versus Jaron Ennis. I got Fundora versus Xander Zayas. I got Fundora versus simply any and everyone, except maybe, just maybe, Bakram Murtazaliev, the buzzsaw of the welterweight division, of the, 154-pound division. I mean, Bakram and Fundora, not only are they both world champions at 154, but without a doubt, they are the two most violent and ferocious and deadly punchers in this division, in our era, and they are both under the same promotion. It would be an absolute tragedy and a travesty if both of them don't fight next. I mean, where the hell is Bakram Murtazaliev? The man destroyed Tim Tszyu and he just disappeared. Why? Because no one wants to fight him. And actually, Turki Al-Sheikh, His Excellency, came out last month and said, we offered nearly every 154-pounder a contract, a Riyadh season contract, which means big money, to fight Bakram, and no one accepted the fight. What does that tell you, ladies and gentlemen? That tells you that without a doubt, they have waved the white flag and they have crowned Bakram Murtazaliev as the most feared fighter in the division. And the boogeyman of the 154-pound division. But imagine this, ladies and gentlemen. Imagine Bakram Murtazaliev fighting Sebastian Fundora. My goodness. Without a doubt, it would be one of the most violent, probably 6-round fights you will ever see. I don't think that the fight goes past 6 rounds. Why? Because both men never take any step back, and both men carry dynamite in both hands, and both men are just eager to get down and have a firefight. This is, in my opinion, yes, we all want Canelo versus Benavidez, but aside from that fight, which I don't think will ever happen, this is the fight that I want, ladies and gentlemen. I want Fundora versus Bakram. And that is why I'm going to be rooting for Sebastian in this fight versus Thurman. God willing, the man stays a champion and moves on to unify versus Bakram. 2 buzzsaws colliding in what would be and what will be, God willing, one of the greatest fights you will ever see.